ain't gonna.
Welcome to Friday night edition, and hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving. And we are live on the WJRG television network tonight. I'm Dr. Jerry Green, along with my good friend Big Don from Big Don Production, who's the producer of the show. What's up, Don?
Everything's good, man. Anybody seen Waldorf? I mean, Larry?
We're waiting for him. All the way in Florida. Henny, how's the weather in Florida right now, man?
Cold today, man. It was only 50-something degrees today.
All right, but welcome back, man, on a Friday night, man. Welcome to the show. My only brother, Henry Green, man. Also, we have one of our sports legends, Brother Anthony McLean. What's up, Anthony?
Doing well, doing well.
All right, that's good. Another legend, my man, the Dallas Cowboy fan to the T, Cowboy Nation. What's up, Bruce Austin, the legend?
Yes, sir. Everything's beautiful, brother. Everything's beautiful.
Well, we're going to talk to you in a few minutes. Every moment moving, this brother's around. That's Brother Kendall Tyson. What's up, Kendall? God bless.
I'm doing well. Probably looking for a bandwagon to jump on. Haven't done it yet, but the possibility exists.
All right, we're going to have to start taking bets on this.
Yeah.
Hey, Kendall, somebody sent me a message, so I got to put not only the locks on my doors, but chains too.
I heard Don's son told you don't let the bandwagon jumpers come with you.
No more. It's all over.
Oh, man.
Hold up, man. Let me get my brother here. And one of the greatest bishops in the world, Bishop Ernest E. Richard from the Power to Stand Outreach Ministries and part of KMI. What's up, Bishop? God bless.
Popcorn for sale, US Bank Stadium. We're going to set up the TV so you can watch the playoffs. Come on over.
I was hoping
you're not putting the bottom there. Purple Hope. They can only lose one game. And I looked at their schedule. We'll talk about it later. They ain't going down this Sunday, but it'll probably be the Sunday after next.
All right, I was hoping for Brother Larry to come on because he was supposed to do our topics tonight. And I don't know, he's in hibernation right now. He don't want to come on, I guess. And Pastor Wall's supposed to come on. So we're going to start off. I'm going to start off, Bruce, with your team, the Dallas Cowboys. Give me your opinion. And I know you're a Cowboy man. I know you're in football heaven right now. I mean, was you excited about your team? And was that a big win for them against the Chiefs yesterday on Thanksgiving?
Listen, that was huge. But first, I want to say that I sent a group apology out to Jerry Jones. You know what I mean? Because everybody thought he destroyed everything when he traded Michael Parsons. Everybody said Dallas wasn't even going to make the playoffs. Now they don't even mention Michael Parsons. You know what I mean? Everybody he brought in is doing their thing. And like we said, all they needed was a little bit of defense. Now they're showing what a good offense do and a good defense, and we're ready to go to work. I got something for y'all. I'll show you something.
You got to get up and show us something.
Oh yeah, this is serious.
It must be something.
I bought my hard hat, brother. We ready to go to work. We ready to go to work. Trying to tell you now.
All right, go ahead, Bishop. Let's talk about the Cowboys, man.
Listen, I gotta give him credit. Bruce let me on the bandwagon. Sorry,
No.
No. It's too late. You ain't back up. We got the videotape. I'll run it back for you because I can get there. Anyway, I happen to be on that Cowboys bandwagon just for this game, but I'm getting off at the next stop because that's where the road stops, right?
Ooh.
All right. The Lions are going to whoop your butts next week, but I enjoyed you for the last couple of days. 2 Super Bowl teams you took down in 5 days. I'm proud of you. Mr. Booker, keep doing it, baby.
All right, let me go with my brother Henry. Go ahead, Henry, on the Cowboys.
Like Bruce said, since Jerry Jones made that trade, they are really playing good. Actually, looking at their schedule, I think they can run. They got 5 games left. They're all winnable. They got to play the Lions. They got to play Minnesota. They got to play the Chargers, the Commanders, and the Giants. I think they can win all 5 of them.
All right,
make it in the playoffs.
But
man, you've been drinking the water in Jacksonville.
Yeah, the Bishop just
That's good water down there.
Hold on. Let me go with Kendall. Go ahead, Kendall, on the Cowboys.
Well, like I said, I was impressed. I was impressed with CeeDee Lamb and that Pickens. That receiver duo is looking like, whoa. I don't know. Is there a better receiver duo in the NFL today?
Mm-hmm. They don't have a quarterback, so we can't talk about it.
But they don't have no duel then.
No,
yeah,
Minnesota ain't got a quarterback, but what are you going to do?
Yeah, but I was impressed with Dallas. I've been impressed with them.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Don. Then I'll go with Anthony.
Well, I was impressed with Dallas, and I'm listening to Henry, and I already had the same thought in mind. I think they're going to beat the Lions, and I think Dallas is peaking at the right time. That's what you call a peaking time for Dallas. They done won some big games. They're looking like nobody could stop them at this point. So I agree. Dallas, don't count them out just yet.
Go ahead, Anthony. Do your thing, man. Talk about the Cowboys.
They've been doing it defensively. You knew what you were going to get offensively, but they're basically playing bend but not break, and they dealt with the Chiefs' best shot yesterday, and they still came out. I mean, they still had a chance to win late, but give their defense their credit. The defense has gotten better every week, and when you consider what they've been going through emotionally, losing Nealon as well, this is it's very impressive what they're doing now. You can't take that away from them at all.
Okay, you see, Bruce got his hard hat on.
Time to go to work, brother. Time to go to work.
All right, let me go with Pastor Walt. What's up, Pastor? God bless you.
God bless. Good evening. How's everyone? Yeah, Dallas. This is the thing, man. The defense, they added those extra pieces. They got more, stronger, and then they got Overshawn. He's a fast linebacker. They got him back, and they're getting healthy at the right time. But I was telling you at the beginning of the year, the wide receiver is going to be a problem because now you can't just double team CeeDee Lamb, and actually you should double team Pickett and leave Lamb one-on-one, but it's like pick your poison. So they're definitely playing lights out right now. They're definitely, if they can get in the playoffs, they're going to be a tough out. Their defense is playing much better though.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll give you my opinion. I'm just happy for the Cowboy fans, at least, because when the Cowboys win, it's big for football, it's big for the NFL, and definitely Thanksgiving, it was big for the Cowboys, especially to beat the Chiefs. I'm trying to get Larry on now. I'm going to send him the link again to come on so he can explain. So, okay, Kendall, let me start with you on the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, was that a big – I know it was a big loss for them, but does that hurt their season? Is that making Mahomes look kind of bad this year that he can't win these big games or what?
Mahomes is he's still Mahomes. I'm not going to knock him. I watched that game. I had a good seat. I watched the whole game. I was, Dallas just looked that good to me yesterday. Pickens has, maybe I'm catching him on good nights, but he is looking like just a solid receiver. Like man, you get a situation like that. I mean, it reminds me of like the Randy Moss, what was the guy, Chris Carter days. Yeah, back in the day when I mean, those boys. He looks good. I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm not a Dallas fan, but they just look good. They answered every call that Pat Mahomes played. Some of the receivers were dropping the ball on Kansas City side. Pat Mahomes is a great player, but Dak Prescott is just looking better than I've ever seen him play, just personally.
Well, he got good receivers, like Bruce was saying. When you got two receivers that can catch the ball, to make you gonna look good. Let me, Don, Patrick Mahomes. I know you picked the Chiefs to win. So, is Pat Mahomes having an MVP year, or is because he's losing to some of these teams that he normally beat? Well, what's going on with the Chiefs?
Well, see, again, this is why I said we always put it on the quarterback. Those guys are dropping the ball, and we still blaming Pat Mahomes.
Well, he was overthrowing some of the guys too. Now
he overthrew some of the guys, but my point is, I always keep it there. The quarterback always demanded they're going to take the pressure. I think Pat, the team is not the same, but if he had the same team that he needed, Pat would still be Pat Mahomes. He would still be getting it in there, but he ain't got the players, so. I don't think he's going to make the playoffs no more.
Now you're making excuses, Don. Now he ain't got the players now. I mean, come on now.
Your question basically was Pat Mahomes.
No, I'm saying, but you say he ain't got the players.
The Chief ain't the same, but Pat Mahomes playing decent.
All right, let me go with
he can't carry the team.
All right, let me go with Henry. Then I'll go with my football guys. Henry, is Pat Mahomes, is he doing what he's supposed to do or what? Yes.
He's having an off year this year.
Okay.
The reason why I say that, because a lot of receivers, especially on the deep ball, he's off on the deep ball this year. Because the deep ball, he's overthrowing the receivers. Now, the guys are dropping them. But as far as where I see on the deep ball, Patrick Mahomes usually on the money, he's overthrowing the guys. That's my take. He's off this year.
He's having an off year.
Great, but he's just off as far as the deep ball.
Okay, go ahead, Pastor Walt. Talk about Pat Mahomes a little bit.
Yeah, well, I agree with Henry. I think that he's missing receivers he usually hits. But man, he had 4 touchdowns, 4 TDs passing, they still lost. As we said from the beginning of the year, I'm sorry, Larry ain't on here. As we said from the beginning of the year, their defense is not the same. Last year, their defense carried them to the Super Bowl, even though they got blown out. Year before last, their defense carried to the Super Bowl. Their defense is not the same. They're not able to cover these. I mean, their best defensive player, McDuffie, got called for 2 PIs against CeeDee Lamb. I mean, they're just flat out, outplayed them. Their defense is not the same. Chris Jones, even though he's been playing much better the last 2 games, is not, the dominant player that he once was. And so, yeah, their defense is not the same. Pat Mahomes playing all right, but you can see that he's pressing. He don't want to go down, man. He's pressing. He's running more. He's overthrowing the guys. And anytime, when you're playing, Kendall noticed, when you got a lot of adrenaline, it's going to make you throw the ball high and wide, and he's playing with a lot of pressure. He's trying to carry the team. And he's 4 touchdowns, and they still lost. Man, that's a lot.
All right, Bruce, let me ask you the question then. Pat Mahomes, do you think now that everybody's after the Chiefs and know to beat the Chiefs, you got to get to Pat Mahomes? Is that pressure getting to him or what?
Yeah, but before I answer that, let me add something on to what they were saying about that defense.
Go ahead.
Did y'all see our ambassador from New Haven, Connecticut, Brother Booker, putting the pads on Chris Jones?
Yeah.
Did y'all see that?
I did. Yes,
all right,
I did.
Now, let me calm down. What's that question again? Now, what's that question?
Pat Mahomes. I mean, the Kansas City Chiefs and Pat Mahomes, are these teams out to get Pat Mahomes, knowing that if they could beat him, they could beat the Chiefs? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, a team like Kansas City, they always gonna get the best. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I thought that Pat played pretty good, man. I mean, he was running around, falling, throwing 30-yard passes and everything. I mean, he didn't have a perfect game, but that game he played wasn't that bad. I thought that our defense had a lot to do with that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They came through really. I mean, and these guys, I mean, if y'all watch Dallas in previous year, when they tackle, they be like playing touch.
Mm-hmm.
These guys laying leather now, boy. They laying leather. I mean, my TV screen cracked one time, man. I mean,
You know what?
All right, that's it. All right. Go ahead, Bishop. Talk about Pat Mahomes, man. Give me your opinion.
Pat Mahomes, it's already been said he is who he is, but on yesterday's game specifically, sacks he didn't need to take. Should have just threw the ball away. Pacheco went out, I think, early, and they had no run game where they were starting out, 4.5 point something yards a carry. All of a sudden, they couldn't even get 2 yards a carry, couldn't convert third downs. And then, and the defense, I say this all the time, especially for my team. You can't keep the defense on the field 30 minutes a game. You just are not going to survive like that. End of story. So with all that, Pat's going to make it, and he's going to be who he is. But the boy, he needs some help, okay? He needs some help. Pat, come to Minnesota. You go to the Super Bowl for real, baby.
He got plenty of help last night.
He did.
From the wrong team, though.
He got the NFL version of Medicare last night. That's what he got.
No, that was Medicaid. That was welfare.
Brother Anthony, go ahead, man. Go ahead, Anthony. Talk about Pat Mahomes a little bit, man, before I move on.
Yeah, look, he can't do everything. He's having despite all the stuff that he's going through, he's still putting up some decent numbers. I think it comes back to their defense being inconsistent more than anything else. Yes, he's overthrown some passes, and yes, he's under a little bit of duress, but he's not the problem. Their problem is that they have been a very inconsistent defensive team, and basically all the things that went well for them last year, all those one possession games that they won, they have now come back on them. And they're not now mathematically they're not out, but they're going to need a lot. I mean, they're going to need Grambling to beat Southern and all this other stuff for them to get in the playoffs at this point in time, right now.
That's a shame. He said Grambling.
Yeah, you got me, but I want to ask a question.
No, I want to say something too, though.
No, you go ahead.
I want to say every time a quarterback have a little problem, you guys always blame the defense. I got to throw that out there. Every time, even when Dak, wasn't doing it, it was the Dallas defense. Now the defense. You guys always don't blame the defense when the quarterback is having a little problem. Well, I'm just trying to tell y'all what I'm hearing all the time. Always the defense.
Ask you a question.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Ask you a question.
Go ahead.
You in a 40-minute game play 2/3 on defense out there against a quality offense. And it's a yes or no question. You don't need you to start adding, well, what about this, that, and that? Forget all that other stuff. Yes or no? You can't spend 30 minutes, 33 minutes out on there as a defensive unit and expect to keep producing. You're going to break down. I mean, these guys, the football guys, will tell you it's a physical game. And after a certain amount of time, you just ain't got that strength anymore. Simple as that. Yeah,
and I'm going to tell you the reason why they have two, Bishop. They don't want guys like Pat Mahomes or them great quarterbacks on the field. So they want to keep them on the sideline. That's like having Michael Jordan have 5 fouls. You rather put him on the bench for him to be playing. They don't want no great quarterbacks out there. That's why they try to run the ball, try to keep that quarterback off the field as long as they can. Okay?
Hey, Jerry, let me add something to what you said about Dak and the defense.
Go ahead, my brother.
Now you said that when Dallas was losing, they said it's not on Dak, it's on the defense, right?
That's what you guys are saying. But go ahead.
Right. So now, do you think that Dak is playing the same way he's been playing?
Yeah.
Other than Pickens, do you think Dak is playing the way he's been playing?
No. I just think, Bruce, to your point.
No. Hold on. I don't want you to answer that so I can prove my point.
I would say yes, but I would say this too. The Cowboys. Yes, I say yes, but
Let me finish it then before you do that.
Go ahead, finish
it. Now, everybody see that Dallas defense is much better.
Yep.
So that's my proof that it wasn't on deck. It was definitely on the defense.
Okay.
Because if Dak is playing the same way and the defense got better and they winning, it must have been on the defense.
Okay, can I comment on that? Then I let you guys. Hold up, Bishop. Let me comment and let you guys go around. I just think, Bruce, that the defense caught so much flack this season that they decided that we got to play better to help the Cowboys to win.
No, they didn't decide that they needed help. They needed help, and Jerry gave it to them.
Everybody blamed them. They got their pride too. The defense got pride too. If you want to blame us, that's all I'm saying.
Sometimes you got to look at facts. Sometimes you got to look at facts.
Okay.
Well, it's just like
football. No,
check this out, bro. Look at Cincinnati. Remember, they was talking about Burrow coming back, and someone asked the question on here: can Burrow play defense? I guess he can, because the defense stepped up last night. So it makes a difference.
Right up.
You know what I say to that? When the defense gets their necessary rest, they can come in and they can be refreshed and can play like that. I mean,
that makes a lot of sense.
That Cincinnati game, that defense hasn't looked that good in the last 5-6 games or since Burrow went down.
That's a great point. That's a great point there, bro. That's a great point.
Now the defense has to. It's a team sport. You need both sides of the ball. Unless you're really, really, really good, like Kansas City used to be when they had Tyreek Hill, it didn't matter. But now they don't let them throw that deep ball. Everybody plays too deep zone safety, so they can't throw the bomb. That's the way they play it now. So now you can only go across the field. And every time Dallas got in trouble, what happened? Pickens did a quick swing. They couldn't stop him. They couldn't stop him. He wouldn't throw the bomb. He just did it.
I got quick credit for one more play too. In the fourth quarter, when Pickens fumbled, who was right there to recover that fumble?
Turpin.
Yeah, number 9. Yeah, Turpin.
Yeah, Turpin.
That was the play of the game right there.
That
was play of the game because they don't get the field goal, and Kansas City went right down the next time they got the ball to score. That was play of the game right there.
Brother.
Yeah,
right. That was definitely it.
All right, let me let Donald comment on that. The question Bruce asked is Dak playing the same way or the defense just happened to pick it up, Don? Go ahead.
I think Dak is playing the same way. I guess but I think Pickens make the big difference too now.
Oh yeah,
that's why I said other than Pickens.
Dak.
That's why I said that other than Pickens.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
And now
Pickens is definitely
making picked up a notch too because he got to get into the scene himself. So yeah, Dallas' offense is good. I mean, and the defense is better, but it's not. It's still not where it needs to be in my book, but just good enough for them to win is all it takes, right?
Yeah, that's what we said before. If they could step it up a notch.
Right. Well, I said that about a month ago. I said if the Cowboys defense could just be respectable, okay, then they have a good shot. Henry, comment on what Bruce was talking about, man. Go ahead.
Well, definitely Dallas defense, when they added the 2 additions, there's a couple of guys that were hurt or came back since that time they haven't lost. So they 3-0 now with the defense they have now. And they're playing it. Now Pickens, he does all world.
Right.
There you gotta pay him. That boy is making magnificent catches, man. So as far as to me, he's the number 1 receiver on the team.
All day.
CD is still great. But CD is like kind of inconsistent.
CD ain't no Pickens.
But Pickens, that boy, he's strong. He can catch anything you throw up there, man.
Oh,
I mean,
stop the press.
I ain't ducking nobody.
No, listen, hold on.
Man, it's 5 after 7. What
Bruce,
you talking about?
Bruce, let me go with Anthony. Go ahead, Anthony, on what Bruce talked about. I got you.
No, hey, look, Dak's having an MVP season. I don't think his game hasn't gone. I mean, he's had his ups and downs, but I think for the most part, he's played up an MVP caliber. End of the day, you gotta have both sides of the ball doing what they're doing for them to win. The biggest reason why the Cowboys are at least within an earshot of a playoff berth now is because of the trades at the trade deadline. When they brought in Williams, when they brought in the other defensive players, and also not to take anything away from their two great receivers, their tight end has been doing yeoman work as well.
Yep.
Norman is.
Yes.
You could make a case for Norman being the Pro Bowl tight end in the NFC this year.
All right, but I do want to remind you guys before I go on to Detroit Lions that most of you guys said they wasn't going to make the playoffs about a month ago. All right, so I got to remind you guys. You know, I know they're playing good, and you guys flip flop a lot, but I want to let you know about a month ago, most of y'all said the Cowboys were not going to make the playoffs, and Bruce stood his ground. So I got to give Bruce credit. Henry, I'm going to start with you on this one. I'll give it Larry.
They're still not in the playoffs.
He ain't there yet. He's not there yet.
You guys got the Cowboys now.
I don't care if you have a hard hat on. I seen on construction sites hard hats knocked off. So they got to get there first. Then I'll give him his props. Until that moment, props. Thank you for the ride, though, Bruce.
Hey, Ernie, the only reason I put my hat on so I could be ready for the brick when it's coming. I know how to get out the way of that brick now. All out there with no hard hat on and get hit in the head with that brick.
Not go by fast. I'll give it you. I'm gonna start with you on this one. The Detroit Lions, man, are they done or what? Detroit Lions.
Detroit Lions are pretty sad. They're pretty sad. I'm not saying they done, but their running backs, are pretty good. The defense is really bad, and the offense is not steady. Receivers are not doing their part. Running backs are doing their part. Offensive line is not holding up, and their defense isn't very good. So if they get in the playoffs, they're not going very far.
Wow. Go ahead, Pastor. But Detroit Lions, man, what's the problem? You're a football man.
Well, the stuff you don't want to hear about, but the offensive line is hurt. The center is out, and their tight end. When they lost Laporta, their offense went down. Now, because he takes all the pressure off of Goff. And then they just lost St. Brown in the last game. So they had nobody to go in the middle. So they're hurting. They're in trouble. They're out of the play. Who would have thought at this point in the season that the Chiefs and the Lions and the Ravens will both be out? All three of them are out of the play. And the Vikings are all out right now, are all out of the playoffs. Wow. That's crazy. But yeah, the Lions are in trouble. The Lions are in trouble. And they got to play the Rams, so they're going to lose that one too. They're in trouble.
We're going to get on the Rams in a minute. Go ahead, Bishop. What you think about Detroit, man?
Detroit, unless they're going to pull a rabbit out of their hat, they're going to barely, if they make the playoffs, by the skin of their teeth. That last spot's going to be between them and Dallas. And again, until Dallas proves they can get past, I know they can get past Detroit this coming Thursday. Here's your chance. You got to bury them this coming Thursday, Bruce. That way you'll know that if it comes up with a tie break, you're already in. But those are your your two number 8 spot teams. Detroit is in trouble. And since my man went to the Jets, their defensive coordinator, some of the plays he has called. Okay, I'm going to leave that alone.
All right, go ahead, Kendall. Talk about Detroit. I'm moving around. Go ahead.
Well, what made a lot of the teams really good, I'm going to go all the way back in the day, was a balance. And Detroit doesn't seem to have that. Detroit was one of my Final Four teams in the NFC. I did not see Detroit having a season like this. And watching Dallas and watching Detroit yesterday lose to Green Bay and watching Dallas beat Kansas City, it's like I don't think that Detroit's going to beat Dallas, even though I would have picked Detroit beating Dallas at the beginning of the season. So Dallas has got that situation where they stretch the defense. They got that Pickens, that CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb, number 1 receiver. George Pickens shows up, and he is a number 1 receiver. He's the number 1 receiver right now on the Dallas Cowboys.
We're talking about Detroit. I want to stick with Detroit.
Well, I am, because Dallas is playing Detroit the next game, and that's what I'm trying to say. Okay. And just to sum it up, I think it's over, even though I would have picked them. I think Dallas is going to beat them, and although we're having this conversation, I think Dallas is going to just put the nail in the coffin in their next game.
Wow. Go ahead, Bruce. You heard what Kendall said, and now
I wanted to do this. It wouldn't be fair to let Larry in and not let him start out on his team. So what I do, I'll forfeit my time to Larry and let him explain.
Hey, Bruce, before you forfeit, I have
Oh,
about 2 seconds.
Larry's not giving the hook.
I mean,
I
we don't
thank you,
want
Bruce.
some
I
fucking
thank you,
shit
Bruce,
off
for that.
Larry's not hold up. Larry's not giving the hook.
That's all I got.
Okay, first of all,
Larry! Go ahead.
the Steelers coach should be fired. Pickens is one of the best receivers I've seen in years.
Yes, sir. I agree.
I mean, you can't stop him to save your life. He is better. He's better than your number one receiver, like you said.
Yeah.
That boy is dangerous.
Yeah.
And nobody can stop him. You know, when he makes his breaks, he's big, he's strong. You can't do nothing with that boy. You know, to let him go, to let a receiver like that go, I don't care, you know, you got to get something for him or something. They just let Dallas get him for nothing, you know. And Dallas a monster now with those two wide receivers. I mean, I told you when they first got them, they scored about 30, but the defense wasn't holding up. But right now, I think Dallas can go into anywhere and have a chance.
Okay, I'm talking about Detroit. I'm back with Detroit. Anthony, the Detroit Lions are.
I want my time back then if you ain't gonna let them finish.
Hey, about the Cowboys. I want to get to the Rams too. Come on, go ahead, Bruce.
Go ahead, man. I'm just messing, man.
All right, Anthony, let's talk about Detroit. Come on, stick with that.
I think they got away. To be honest with you, I think that they've gotten away from their running game. I think that's the biggest thing. I think Gibbs is really the guy they should be focusing on. I know Montgomery and him are a nice combo, but Gibbs has been their top guy. And also those injuries that they had last year, and they're also having them on defense. They've already gone through, I think, about 5 or 6 defensive backs in the last 2-3 weeks or so. Yeah, it's the collapse they had last year. They were able to sustain it because they got off to a great start. Now this year they didn't get off as much of a good start, and now it's going to be tough. So look, Thursday's game is basically an elimination game. The team who probably loses is going to probably be out of the playoffs.
Okay. Go ahead, Don. Talk about Detroit. Then I'm going to go to the Rams.
I think Detroit, I was listening to Pastor in the beginning because I was trying to figure out why they're playing so lousy. I think they were hurt last year. They hurt this year. Dallas is starting to peak. So I definitely see Detroit, as far as I'm concerned, they're out of. They're going to be that team on the bottom, not Dallas.
Okay. Henry, go ahead, man. Your opinion on Detroit Lions, man.
Well, I think Detroit's not going to make the playoffs because look at right now, the 49ers are the last team that qualify right now for the playoffs, and their record is 8-4. And Detroit is 7-5. They're going to lose to Dallas. I don't know what else their schedule is like, but I just don't see them getting in because they're behind like 2 games on the 49ers.
Okay.
I just don't see it.
Okay. All right. We're gonna move on. Because I got a few. I know Larry came on late with the topics, but Pastor, is the LA Rams the best team in the NFC right now? Are they the best team that's favored to go to the Super Bowl?
Yep. They should have beat. Look, they should have beat the Eagles. I mean, they didn't, but in Philly, and they blocked 2 field goals. I mean, a field to win it, a walk-off one. All they had to do is hit one of those, and they beat Philly in Philly. All right. Okay. And then they lost to the 49ers. They fumbled on the 1-yard line going in, and they lost in overtime. So I think they're the best team in the NFC. Yes. And you know why? Because they got the same dynamic that Dallas has. You either got to double team Puka and leave Devontae Adams one-on-one, or you got to double team Devontae Adams and leave Puka Nacua one-on-one. And you know that he was leading the league in receptions and yards before he got hurt. So now you got both of them. So they got 2 number ones as well. And their defense, like I said last year, they got a young defense and they're hungry and they just blitz all over the place. And I think they're the best team in the NFC. I think if they play the Eagles again, I think they'll beat them. They should have beat them last year in the snow. Remember, Stafford got all the way down. No, for real. No one else even gave them any kind of struggle last year except for the Rams, you know. And then they blew out the Chiefs, blew out the Commanders. So yeah, I think they're young enough. I think their coach has finally got it, you know, because before he would just keep throwing the ball. Now he gets the league. He goes to double tight ends. He runs the ball. He kills the clock. Before, he would have been doing stupid stuff. But even me and Ant was texting when they were playing last week. We was like, why is Stafford still in the game? They're not going to come back. All you need is Stafford to twist his ankle, and it's over. And he's still out there with 2 minutes left, and they up by, what, 17 points. But, yes, I think the Rams are the best team in the NFC.
Let me go with Bishop, but keep in mind that this coach is a championship coach now. He won a Super Bowl with the Rams. So it's not like he's a Detroit Lions coach. Go ahead, Bishop.
When you look at look around the NFC, and do you see a better team right now than the Rams?
No.
Consistent on both sides of the ball.
Consistent. Cowboys.
I'm saying, let me finish this, bro. Consistent.
The Cowboys can't beat the Rams. I'm sorry.
Huh?
No, Bishop asked a question. Is there any team in the NFC? I said
no. I'm being real.
There you go, Bruce.
You're going down Thursday, Bruce. Anyway, they're consistent offensive. They got a higher level consistency offensively. Defensively, they have a consistency. Special teams with the clock management, and that's the biggest problem over this Thanksgiving holiday. I seen some terrible clock management, but they seem to know how to manage the clock. When you got those four elements working with you, the last one you have is the one called success, and that's what the Rams are experiencing right now. Yes, I think they're the best team.
Larry, are they the best team in the NFC? Come on, Larry, put the milk down, man.
Leave no doubt. The Rams are the best team in the NFC and in the AFC. Rams got a total team. You know, the defense, there's no holes in the defense. Offensive line is great. Defensive line is great.
No, well smiling. Go ahead.
I think if Stafford stays healthy, they should be the number one ranked team, and they should take it. They should take Philly.
All right, go ahead, Kendall. Come on,
Not
brother.
only is the Rams probably the best team in the NFC, they probably have the best player in the NFC. Matthew Stafford has to be on that short list of MVPs. The MVPs are down to 3 people, and I think it's Matthew Stafford. You got to go with Drake May because, come on, look at New England. And then you're looking at that tandem over there in Indianapolis, you know. So, yes, the Rams, and Walter just gave us a wonderful example on their losses. They look like the best team in the NFC. Not only that, I think they're the best team in football. And I'm not a Rams fan.
Right. All right, boy, Bruce, talk about the Rams, man. I know you're a Cowboy, man.
I like the Rams. I like the Rams, man. I'm a big Devontae Adams fan, man. I think he's very underrated in the league.
Okay.
You know, he's always been a problem before he left Green Bay. People forgetting about that guy, man. You know, I can't. He's just like a Pickens to me. He's been moved around, and those guys are great, man. You know, and with him and the other wide receiver, I can't pronounce his name.
Nakua.
Nakua. They're a dangerous tandem too. So I would love to see Dallas and the Rams in this NFC championship game.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be a good game.
You know what I mean? Because, you know, my ears get to twitching when they be talking about the best. I would like to hear y'all say one of the best in the NFC.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
You're not in the playoffs yet, man. You're only 6-5. We're not in the
Let me tell you a secret. Let me tell you a secret, Walt. We're not looking for no wild card now. We're looking to take that division.
All right. Come on,
You know
Anthony,
what I
talk to me. Come on, Anthony, talk to me, man, about the Rams. Are they the best team in the NFC? Larry said the AFC and NFC. What you think?
Well, the best. They're clearly the best in the NFC, and I love the little running back Williams. I think he's very underrated, very underrated. And the thing is, like Walt was saying, McKay hasn't overthink this thing yet. That's my only thing with them is that he tends to overcoach a bit. But I think what they have now, because they have the balance on offense, and the defense has been consistent all year. I mean, basically, the scary thing with them is they're 2 plays away from being undefeated. That's the scary part about the Rams.
Okay, Don, to talk about the Rams, man.
Well, I actually think the Rams are going to go all the way this year. Everybody else is playing around, you know, having bad days and off days, and all. The Rams are playing ball. They're not missing a beat. So I couldn't say right now any team could actually jump up and just beat the Rams. The Rams are beating
Yeah.
everybody.
They're gonna have to be careful this week. They playing Ant's team, but that's one of those catch games, man. They playing Carolina. I'm down here in Carolina. I wish I could go to the game. I was like, oh my goodness. But we leave it Sunday morning. But they're playing Carolina, and Carolina's playing good. But that's just one of those games, you know, where Kendall, when you looking ahead and you know they got Detroit next, man, that's the kind of game they can.
Yeah, you don't want to get caught sleeping.
All right, let me go to my brother Henry to talk about the Rams, man. They're the best team in the NFL and AFC.
They've been the most consistent team this year. They could easily be undefeated. They're playing well, and I have to say the way they're playing like they're the best team. But we just have to see in the playoffs, because in the playoffs, you know, anything can happen because you only get that one game. You know, anything can happen. But they are playing the most consistent football. But I would love to see them in Dallas, though.
Oh, okay. All right, Larry, I can't let you off the hook, bro. All right, you came out late. All right, I can't let you off the hook. We talked about it before you came on about the Chiefs. Now, what's going on with you boys, man? Are they going to still make the playoffs, in your opinion? And what's going on with Pat Mahomes, man? Talk to me.
It's not Pat Mahomes. It's a mixture of offensive line is bad. It's bad. I mean, they're not stopping nobody from getting to him. He's taking a lot of hits. He's trying to do too much. And then again, the receivers are dropping balls. Rice dropped a couple, hit him right in the hands. You know, this is not their year, especially because the offensive line is not holding up.
Now, where that tissue at, Don? Go ahead.
And he's trying to do too much. But I say this year they're not going to make the playoffs.
Wow.
If they do, they get knocked out in the first round because facts are facts. I seen them go straight through the offensive line and don't stop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hit the guy on the shoulders and keep on rolling. You know, you can't win like that.
I got a quote here from Larry. I'm scared. Dallas is on the road. Look out. Look on
Texas. Dallas is on a roll right now. You don't want to play Dallas.
Larry, I gotta laugh at you because about 3 weeks ago, KC way, and you KC.
I laughed at Dallas.
KC all the way, Pat Mahomes. So now all of a sudden you give me a song. You give me a song and a dance, man. Come on, man.
It's not a song and a dance. Watch the game. It's not a song and a dance. Watch the game. You see what happens.
I got to play it back 3 weeks ago or a month ago, man. All you was KC this, KC that. Now you give me a song.
I watched the game. I watched the game like you did.
I watched the game too. All right, but go ahead.
We was watching the game 3 weeks ago.
One quick word. Larry! I'm done.
You know what, Larry, though? Larry, guess what? I disagree. I think if Kansas City get in, man, they're not going to be one out. You don't want them to get in because Pat Mahomes is still Pat Mahomes. And they are dropping passes, but if they get in, man, you don't want them in. You just want them eliminated. I don't think they'll be one and done.
Pastor, nobody feared him no more, though. That fear factor is gone.
Pat Mahomes is still Pat Mahomes, man. I mean, he played. They lost, but Jerry, they lost, but he threw 4 touchdowns. And like Bruce said, he threw one 1 inch off the ground. He threw it 30 yards. Yeah, come on, man. They don't want him in there. I'm telling you, want him out of that thing. He was almost on the ground. They had him by the leg, and he threw it 30 yards down the field. Right. And you don't want him in there, bro.
Go ahead.
They're one loss away from elimination. But
is Vikings eliminated yet?
No, they're not eliminated. They got to win all the games.
Even
what about the Vikings?
The table, let me finish. I can't get this out without.
What about the Vikings?
We ain't talking about the Vikings.
Larry, you can be quiet. You lost already. I still got a chance. Anyway, if they run the table, they need any one of those 3 teams. The Jags. I can't think of the 3 teams.
Broncos.
All of them. All of them.
To get in.
Okay, Steelers falling out in the first place. Steelers already gone. Okay.
Well,
you just wipe them off the slate,
Jags,
you know,
or whoever that third.
The Broncos.
No, the Chargers gonna go.
All of them. They got to win out, and they got to be. They got to play the Broncos again, and forget they got to play the Texans in that defense. They got to play the Texans in that defense. That's a big game.
They're not going to get in because
tiebreaker. I'm sorry.
No,
the
go
only
ahead,
team
go
they
ahead.
have a tiebreaker against is Baltimore because they beat Baltimore. Jacksonville beat them. Chargers beat them. Denver's beaten them. So they need, like I said, they're going to need to win out. They're going to need a bunch of teams to lose out.
Exactly.
Tiebreaker wise, put it this way: they're about as close to being eliminated as you can get without actually physically being eliminated.
Without being out.
Yeah,
Them in Detroit is in the same boat.
All right, go ahead, Bruce.
It's not Pat. Pat's still doing this thing. It's
No,
not Pat.
Pat's doing this thing.
I mean, if Pat had the help that he'd been having, we wouldn't be having this conversation. See, people looking at the old Chief with Pat being magical, but he's still magical, but the defense not right, the offensive line not right. They got big problems. See, they definitely, Pat been doing this thing, but they still can't win. They still lost 6 games, and people still got that hope. But I'm surprised that Larry threw the towel in. You know me. I mean, just last week, this guy was flying. I thought he was the most 747 the way he was flying, man.
Your Dallas Cowboys came in, blew up the place.
Yeah, but you messed me up. You messed me up when you said that. What he said it. The Rams is the best in the NFC and the AFC.
Yes,
I thought I'd never hear him
They
say
are.
anybody in the AFC was better than Kansas City. You
All
know
right,
what I mean?
all right, go ahead, Kendall. Let's talk about it.
Well, yeah. The thing is with the Rams. Even though you did get me earlier, the thing with the Rams. No, but I'm glad you came back to it.
Go ahead.
With the Rams is that I really, really appreciate that statistic on the fact that they are that close to being undefeated. And yes, they are the best team in the NFL, period, as far as across the board team. But what about Matthew Stafford? Does anyone realize that this guy hasn't thrown an interception in like a long time?
Yeah.
It's been a very long time, like an NFL record time. So if you protect that ball and you're doing what you need to do, I mean, there it is. I mean, it's right there. Matthew Stafford has to be on the short list on the top 3 of MVPs, and if he continues to play that way, he will win the MVP this year. And no one sees that one coming.
What's the Rams record?
Like 9-2. They're 9-2.
Something like that.
They're 2 plays. They're 2 plays away from being undefeated. This man went like 25 touchdowns, like without throwing an interception. Look up his record lately.
But Kendall, we off subject. I asked Larry. I'm not letting you off the hook. And I asked him about Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs. We talked about the Rams already. I know. I just want Larry's opinion on the Chiefs. Let me go to Henry, and I'll go with Donald. Henry, once again, ask Larry that question. Are the Chiefs in trouble or what?
Yeah, they're in big trouble.
Okay.
They definitely are, because they're, like somebody said, they're as close as being eliminated as you really can, because like with Jacksonville and might be the Texans, Chargers, some of them teams, they already beat them. They can't wind up in the tie. They all got the tiebreaker against Kansas City.
Right, and the Broncos too. All right, Don, talk about the
Broncos
Chiefs.
going to win their division, I believe.
All right, go ahead, Don. Talk about the Chiefs, man. I'm gonna get
the Chiefs are not going to get in. I mean, I know about that little. What percentage of them getting in right now? Down at least 2%. It can't be high. The percentage of them getting in got to be low as about 2%. How many 2% teams turn things around and make it? I understand we like to think the Chiefs are old, but this is not going to be the Chiefs' year this time. They're on the bottom of the list, and that's the way they're going to go out, on the bottom.
And I will say again, I just feel, I know we talk about the offensive line and the defense. I just feel that the fear factor that they had, these teams, like Bruce said, everybody want to beat down the Chiefs. I just think that fear factor is gone, and these teams feel they can beat them. And they're going in there, and they're just, I mean, Pat's playing good, but it ain't just it's a team sport. I just think that other teams are just as good as the Chiefs is now, and they don't fear the Chiefs like they did maybe a year ago. But let me go to somebody phone ringing. Let me go to Philly. Don, is Philadelphia, are there a team now that's like Detroit in trouble or what?
No, I still think Philly gonna pull it out. I mean, Philly got problems. We all know they got problems, but and I know Dallas beat them, but I still think Philly's still in the thick of things. I mean, their record is what? Their record is not bad. What are they, 8 and something?
They lose today to the Bears.
They lost
Yes, they lost
8-4.
today. Big
They
time.
8-4.
And
Huh?
still in
Oh,
first
they lost today?
They
They
8-4.
lost today.
Yeah, they
I
lost
don't
today.
see the Bears beat.
Chicago
Really?
beat them up.
They lost
Yeah,
to
I
the
don't
Bears
see
beat
the
them,
Bears
Dallas.
beat.
Let me help
Oh,
you
I
out with
missed
this.
it.
The Bears beat them today.
Yeah, the
No,
Bears
the
beat.
Bears,
What's
the
the score?
Bears right now, they got to play the Packers twice. They got to play the Browns. I think they close with the 49ers, if I'm not mistaken.
We talking about Philly?
No, I was talking about the Bears. I mean, we're talking about Philly doing what they do, the Bears doing what they do. Truth of the matter is, it's still open. The only team we see that's head and shoulders above everybody is the Rams right now. So everybody else is a mix. So let's see what happens.
Chicago right there with the Rams.
Yeah, man.
Chicago's 8-3.
Chicago, if they won 8-3. What was the
That's
score?
right.
I missed it. I was out.
Right
It
there.
was
24-15.
24-15.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But Donald, the reason why I said what I said, because even a couple years ago, when they started off like 10-2 and all that, and all of a sudden then they lost like
10-1.
4 in a row, and they got knocked out early in the playoffs. So are you seeing the same pattern? You guys see the same pattern with this team or what?
No, I'm not seeing that same pattern. I know they're having a bad year, but all the good teams are having a bad year. Nobody's
think
playing
about
like
this.
they played last year.
Go ahead, Larry.
Chicago, all their linebackers are hurt. All their linebackers are hurt.
They won't hurt
All their
today.
backups are playing like they starters.
They you supposed to run over Chicago with no linebackers. You know what I'm saying?
For today's game, Philly wasn't running nobody over. Saquon Barkley couldn't get his motor started. I think he was playing with a lawnmower type motor today. I don't know what happened to him, man. And then when I seen him drop a quick screen, just flat out dropped it. I said, "Oh man, what is going on with Philly?"
But that's my point. I'm trying to say. What about you, Anthony? Do you see something in Philly that missing?
Well, look, today was all about Chicago running the ball down their throat, literally.
They sure did.
200-yard running backs. They had over 300, almost 300 yards of rushing the ball. They almost had 500 yards of offense.
Wow.
So, yeah. I mean, they literally went into Philly's house, started, spanked on the rug, and slapped the wipes around and all that other stuff. They went in there with a purpose. And the scary thing with Chicago is that they're getting better. They're getting better. To me, It came down to, at one point in the game, they were 7 of 8 on third down. They wind up finishing 9 of 15. I think Philly was like 1 of 7 on third down. That's where you win the games. And the problem with Philly is they're not only having defensive woes, but their offense has been inconsistent. I'm not sure how much this whole AJ Brown thing is affecting the team, but they're very, very indecisive, especially on offense, because they literally look like they're running scared and are afraid to make mistakes on offense.
There's something else that I thought you was going to say, Anthony, you didn't bring up. They kind of figured out temporarily, of course, how to stop the tush push.
Yeah,
they stripped them. I mean, I never thought about that. They literally stripped them of the ball, which means that one player is going after the ball and everybody else is trying to keep. It was kind of wild to watch.
Yeah, but you know what else too? Now, that score should have been a lot higher than what it was, because
you're right.
Chicago had some like 4 or 5 turnovers on Philly, and Philly the score still was 10-3, and then it was 10-9. So Chicago didn't get going till later on in the game. You know what I mean? They had a lot of. I think Hurts shot 2 interceptions. You know what I mean? He fumbled on the tush push. And still Chicago only had 10 points.
All right, let's go, my brother Henry. Think about
Philly. Been out of hand.
What do you think about Philly, man? Philly, is their run over or what? As far as
I think their problem to me is the offensive line. The offensive line to me just doesn't seem to be the same. Their defense played pretty good, but the offense put their defense in a lot of bad positions. Like they had like 5 turnovers, man. So that is hard for your defense. Now, if Chicago quarterback, to me, if he would have played better, they would have killed Philly.
That's what I'm saying.
That, to me,
I would agree.
he played okay, the running game, but I mean, they had opportunities, man. To me, he missed a lot of passes.
Yeah, they should have blew him out.
To me, he could have played a lot better.
Yeah.
And the score wouldn't have been as close.
Right.
Right, Don. Give me your opinion, man. I got you ready or what?
Well, you called on me first, and actually, I didn't get to see the game. I was out all day.
All right. So, what other team y'all want to talk about, man? 6:55, Buffalo or whatever. Who you got, Larry? Because you came on late.
Okay, the Patriots are getting ready for the Bills.
Wow.
And
That's a big game.
I think that's not going to be a contest. I
Nope.
think Buffalo gonna wobble in there as a wild card, and I think they might go out in either the first or second round. You know,
Buffalo.
Because right now they're not playing consistent football.
Come on, Buffalo.
Yes, they're
Okay.
not playing consistent buffalo. And the Patriots look like they one of the strongest teams coming out the AFC this year.
All right. Well,
I think they'll take the Broncos. I think they're physical enough to take the Broncos. And I think they got a better quarterback. And I think it's going to be the Patriots might wind up there, the Patriots and the Rams.
all right, but I remember a few weeks ago, I think Pastor Teague asked the question: are they pretenders or contenders?
Now they're real. They're real. They're the real deal.
I think most people said back then they was the pretenders. Go ahead, Pastor Walt, on the Patriots.
Yeah, I think they're contenders, but I think Buffalo's going to beat them this week. It's a divisional game, and Buffalo know they can't let the Patriots beat them twice. If they have any hopes at winning this division, I think Buffalo's gonna beat them this week. And I didn't see the game today, but I'm surprised that the Bears, because I had the Bears as pretenders, so I was surprised that you guys told me that they went into Philly and beat Philly. I was out too, man. I was out all day. I barely made it. I still got my total.
Hey, they was up by 2 touchdowns with 4 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah,
Wow.
it should have been a blowout.
Exactly.
It should have been a blowout.
Go ahead, Bishop, on the Patriots.
No, I'm going to still say that the Patriots, they're not pretenders, but then they're not contenders either. And you got to go one or the other. But really, this Buffalo game is going to tell the story. Okay? Because this is an actual must win for Buffalo if they want to stay in contention. All right? Obviously, they may not win the division, get to the playoffs. I kind of think Drake he's found a nice combination, but somewhere down the line, this guy is bound to come back to the earth. The golden carrot is going to turn into a pumpkin, probably in the playoffs. First round exit. See you later. Bye.
All right, go ahead, Anthony, on the Patriots and the Bills.
Yeah, I'm still kind of not sold on the Patriots yet. I mean, they've played well. I don't take that away from them. The fact that they went into Buffalo to beat Buffalo, I think they'll win. But I don't know. I don't think that they're. I don't look at them as being able to sustain this for whatever reason. I don't know. I'm not sold on the Patriots.
All right, Bruce, what you think?
I think this is similar like what was saying earlier about Kansas City, man. Teams like Kansas City, Buffalo, you no matter how they play now, you don't want them guys in the playoffs. You know what I mean? And I agree like what said. This is like a playoff game coming up with New England. And I think Buffalo gonna go in there and take them out, man. They don't want neither one of them teams in the playoffs if they happen to screech in there because they're a different team altogether in the playoffs. Buffalo, Kansas City, them guys rise to the occasion in the playoffs.
All right, go ahead.
That's why you got to do like Dallas said, keep them out.
I'm just going with nostalgia. I'm just thinking the last time that the Patriots and the Rams were in contention at this time of the year, the quarterbacks were Brady and Kurt Warner. So I'm thinking the Patriots are going to get rid of the Bills, who is I like the Vikings, a team that shows up to the playoffs and never makes it to the Super Bowl, and the Patriots beat them already in Buffalo. So I think they got their number. I'm sorry about that. I think the Patriots got their number, and I just think the Patriots are going to run over the Bills, And it would be very interesting when Larry had just said the Rams versus the Patriots in the Super Bowl. I may jump on that particular bandwagon just because of nostalgia. Haven't thought about it yet, but that just for nostalgia, that would be great. Can you imagine that? I think they didn't have. I think the Patriots will beat the Bulls this week. I mean the Bills this week.
Well, you said it right, the Bulls.
Talk about Henry. Go ahead, Henry.
Well, New England, they're playing good in the regular season. There's a whole different team from Tom Brady. To me, we'll tell if they're really pretenders or contenders when they start the playoff run. They're going to make the playoffs. It's going to be a matter of what they do when they get in the playoffs. So I'm just going to wait and see. Right now, there's no pressure. They're playing good. But when they start the playoffs, I'm going to see how they do. They at least should make it to the AFC Championship if they're really a contender.
All right, Don, go ahead, my brother.
Hey, before we move on, I think this is gonna be like Minnesota did last year with Donald. They did great in the regular season, but come the playoffs, them bright lights,
they're gone.
Boom.
Go ahead, Big Don.
That's what
I said that about the Patriots earlier, but now I'm believing they could beat the Bills if nothing else. I think they're gonna get past the Bills. I'm sure down the road they might show that they pretenders, but right now I think they're gonna beat the Bills this week.
All right. Hey, listen, I gotta sign off, man, because I got another project I gotta work on. Don or Henry, you guys any more topics, or Larry, you guys take it over, right? And somebody close out in prayer. All right, you guys?
All right, we got you.
You got it, my brother. All
right, have a good one, brother.
All right, bro.
All right, Larry, you got any more football? We got a few minutes to kill.
Nah, didn't.
Larry having a bad. Larry, listen, you can't put no pressure on Larry. Larry showed up. He done did his part, man. Larry's struggling, man. But I got you, Larry. Don't worry about it, man. I got you, man. Don't worry about it, Larry. It's gonna be okay, bro. So what do you think? What do you think about the Packers, man? What do you guys think about the Packers?
The Packers, Love showed up yesterday like he hasn't all year. He had a great game. I mean, passing. I never see him be that on target. He took it to him. He took it to Detroit, and they came out like they were playing like Detroit was playing. They going for it on fourth down. Every fourth down, they went for it, especially when you get down around the goal line. They didn't take a step back, and he was on point.
Did you see that defense that Parson was playing?
Yes, sir.
Parson ate him up one time.
Yeah, but it seemed like Parson to put that defense on his back, man.
Yeah, man. But that was a big loss, losing Wyatt.
Yep, it was.
Yeah, because Wyatt was having a great year because of Parsons.
Yeah,
because they had to take it, but now losing Wyatt, that's a big loss, man. That's a big. What do you think? What do you think about the Packers, Henry?
Their defense looked really good. Jordan Love, that was the best game I ever seen him play. And if he continues to play like that, because I always said he's the weak link.
Right.
Team. He played really good. To me, he reminded me of the boy of Chicago, the quarterback today. He had a bad game. But Chicago, not the Bills. What the Bulls, the Bears quarterback. Yeah. To me, he played terrible. He was playing like Jordan Love would usually play. But that's, to me, them two teams, Green Bay and Chicago, their quarterback, to me, is the big question mark. Overall, the team is strong, good running games and defense. But how them guys going to do in the playoffs, them two quarterbacks, like group them together. Green Bay, because your quarterback got to be able to lift you. So we'll see.
Yeah, but know what I think the problem with Love was? It was Watson, man. He need Watson. That's his favorite receiver. And Watson stay hurt. Yeah. So
Kraft,
he stay hurt a lot. So that make a big difference for Love. When Watson's in the game, Love is on.
Yeah, but that kid Kraft, their tight end, he's out for the year. That's the same thing that's wrong with Detroit. LaPorta is out for the year. And if St. Brown is out for any length of time, Detroit's in trouble because they don't have that middle. They don't have that middle guy, you know, the guy to go over the middle. Because St. Brown, he go over the middle. The other kid, Williams, is just all speed, but he don't go over the middle. But without Laporta and St. Brown, they don't have no one for Jared. Jared Goff, Sam Darnold are the same people. If you light them up, if you move them, you know, or you knock them down, they're off their game. You know, they're the same person. They're the same person. You know, that's the difference between them and like Pat Mahomes because Pat Mahomes could improvise. He could throw on the run. Those two quarterbacks, they need time to sit back there and then they'll pick you apart. You know, that's the difference.
You put Daniels in there with them?
Nah.
For the coach?
Oh.
Nah.
Daniel Jones is the same person. Daniel Jones is the same person. Same one.
Put him in because he does have a solid enough running game to kind of hide some of his flaws. So that's
but we're talking about if you knock him down, he's off his game.
Yeah, okay. All right. Sorry. I agree.
No. He's that same one, Bruce. Yep. If you knock him down, he's off his game. Even. What do you think? You know what? Who's a dark horse we're not talking about, especially in NFC? The Seahawks. The Seahawks are good, man. It's just Sam Darnold. If you can keep him upright, and if they can because their defense is great, man. Their defense is good.
I think they took a couple of steps backwards, man.
No, I'm relying on Minnesota's defense to rattle Darnold's cage. And I'm going to give the defense 10 points. That's the difference to me in the win if the Vikings are going to win at all. The defense is going to literally have to score because Brosmer's coming out. This is his first game, his first official game. And I don't expect a lot out of him. Brosmer, the backup quarterback, because what's his name still in concussion protocol? JJ McCarthy. So
your guys, you guys are playing for the lottery right now, bro.
And then we might be. No, listen, you might laugh, but we might be because they just picked up. I'm trying to think the kid's name, Bride or McBride, whatever his name is. The quarterback is on the practice squad now, just in case Brosmer goes down. You know, so here we are. We're right back in year one. Let's see what happens. But I think Minnesota can possibly, and I'm going to say 60% possibly beat Seattle. The question is, can they rattle Sam Darnold? Because if they can
they should be thinking about getting the #1 draft pick.
No, we ain't got to worry about that. You worry about the Chiefs getting to the playoffs. That's not going to happen. I just thought about that.
Worry about that draft pick.
I love it, but the red and white is going home this year. Hey, Larry, after me. Come on, Larry, say this after me. Popcorn, get your popcorn.
Hey, Larry, remember about 5 or 6 weeks ago, I told you once they lose that mojo, it's all over.
No, it was the beginning. It was the beginning of the season. You said that, Bruce, and that was true, man. You said, but look at the run they had for a decade. They've been dominant. You know, for a whole decade, they've been dominant. But now the pack is kind of
this might be the first time in 8 years they'll make the playoffs.
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. They've been dominant for a decade. You know, for a decade. So I tell you, the team that really should look bad is the Ravens. I mean, how do you let Cincinnati come in there and do that to you? And their defense shut the Ravens down, and their defense couldn't hold water a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, but what? Like you said about Burrow early.
Yeah.
When he came back, it uplifted everybody.
Yeah.
And he was playing without T. Higgins.
Yeah, And that defense wasn't playing like that with Flacco.
No.
You know what I mean?
Nope.
I mean, Burrow, he inspired all of them, man.
Well, what's going on with Henry, man? They're not really giving him the ball.
Yeah, he ran good. He was
getting the ball. The thing is about John, anything except for LeBron. I mean, Henry's playing good, but he's definitely lost, his step. If you make him cut, he's north and south. But if you make him go east and west, you can get him. He got to be downhill, full blast.
And once they get down, Harbaugh literally shuts him down.
Yeah, shuts him down. And I don't think Lamar, and the thing too, and Kendall, everybody, Lamar and Jalen Hurts are not running the ball as much as they did in the years past.
I was going to say the same
Jalen Hurts especially. They need to let him get more in the run game. That would help Barkley, you know, because you don't know which one going to handle the ball.
Right.
Jalen Hurts don't run the ball as much as he did last year.
Think about
took away
this.
their strength. That was their strength, both of them.
That was their strength.
I think
That
Mahomes.
was their-
I think Mahomes ran the ball more yesterday
Yeah.
than Hurts and Lamar combined.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
No, actually. And he is not a good runner there, but he has run the ball more than both of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, and that was the thing because you didn't know if Hurts going to keep it or if he going to hand it to Saquon. Now Hurts don't even run the ball anymore.
Right.
Yeah, but look what happened for the Ravens. They brought Henry in there so Lamar wouldn't have to run, and with Philly they brought Barkley so Hurts wouldn't have to run. But that hurt both of them.
But it hurt both of them. Yeah, but that ain't working, right? Because
it ain't working.
it's the dual threat. You don't know which one going to run the ball. But now, yeah, so they got to do a lot with their offensive coordinator too, because you know that's a different. Their offensive coordinator last year is the head coach for New Orleans.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, so it has a lot to do. You could have the look at the Bears. This is the same team the Eberflus had last year that couldn't score a touchdown in like 15 games. This is the same team,
Right.
with just a different coach.
Yep.
Yeah,
Look at Dallas with Scottemeyer.
I like him, man.
Yes, sir.
I like him. I like him. I like the way he calls the plays. You know, that's what happened. That's what they was talking about. If you listen to the game yesterday, they were saying that when the Chiefs get you in a certain situation, they're going to react a certain way. They say, okay, this is definitely a passing down, and he was running the ball. You know what I mean? They knew they were going to blitz and he run the ball, and they knew that we got him right where we want him. They know he's going to run. He throwing the bomb. You know, he had him off balance.
Yeah, Brian Schottenheimer, like his father, Marty Schottenheimer, who was a pretty good coach. He's just creative. You know, when you watch, like I say, I'm not a Dallas fan, but you enjoy watching them because next you know they're doing something. Pickens got the ball. Next you know, C.D. Lamb has the ball. You can't call it. You don't know what's going to happen with them. And I think that, you know, we guys who've been watching football for a long period of time, we get that sort of effect going on with us. You know, like, it's an obvious passing down. You don't get that with Dallas now. He is literally utilizing the gift of, like I say, Dak Prescott's a gifted quarterback, obviously, but he's utilizing him. He's putting him in position for success.
That's the difference. McCarthy.
And the thing is, what they were talking about yesterday, especially with that Pickens made such a difference. We said at the beginning of the year that was a great pick up for Dallas. You know, and the bad thing is, you know, they should have kept him in Pittsburgh and added DK Metcalf, but they only got Metcalf. Pickens, when he was just over at Pittsburgh by himself, he wasn't doing what he's doing now. You know, he was still making those contested catches, but he was the only one they had. And they said, we need another receiver. So what they did is they got rid of him and brought in DK, and now you still need another receiver. Yeah. But with Dallas, now you got two number ones, you know, and he can catch anything. If you throw it up in the air, he go get it.
He's something else, man. Think about that because you – go ahead, Al.
No. To piggyback on what Ken was saying with Schottenheimer, Schottenheimer was an offensive coordinator for the Jets. And remember, they also had Robert Saleh. Now you see what Saleh's done with the Niners, and now you see what Schottenheimer has done. I mean, he's basically the offensive coordinator for them anyway, but it just shows you that you give up on these coaches too quickly, it winds up biting you in the butt. Because if they had kept at least maybe one of them, maybe the Jets would be somewhat respectable now.
Yeah, but they let Aaron Rodgers coach the team. That's what happened.
They were literally, they were doing anything they could to appease Aaron Rodgers, and that's what happened to him. Yeah.
Look at all them people that when Rodgers first came over from Green Bay. Look at everybody he brought with him. And I don't think none of them guys there now.
Nope.
Well, look at Devontae when he was there. He was washed up. Now with the Rams, he leading the league in touchdowns.
Yeah, but he's a bad man, though, Walker.
Yeah, he's a bad man. I was happy. I said, oh, my goodness. You know, I was upset when they got rid of Cooper Kupp, but to bring in Devontae to go with Cooper, oh, man, that's good. That's good, man. And they got the wide receiver, the other one, Tutu Atwater. He can't even get the game now.
Yeah.
And
And
he's
that's
the
so,
deep threat.
So,
He can't even get off the bench. He's the deep threat.
so right quick, Kendall, you got any basketball for us before we go out? You know, a little
Well, what we
update.
can do is find out. Yeah, what we can do is let you know what's going on tonight in basketball because
Yes.
yesterday was football. Now, what's happening tonight in basketball? You got the
Yeah.
Cavaliers. They're going to be playing the Hawks. You got the Wizards at the Pacers. The Bucks at the Knicks. Interesting game there. You got the
Yeah.
Magic at the Pistons. Pistons just lost after winning like their last 13, 14 games.
That's the
You've
Boston,
got
yeah.
the Bulls at the Hornets. 76ers are at the Nets. Suns are playing the Thunder, who's what? Best team in the league. Kings
18.
are at the Jazz. Spurs are at the Nuggets. Is Wembanyama back? We have
Yeah.
Grizzlies at the Clippers. And then finally, we have the Mavericks are playing the Los Angeles Lakers. That's what's going
Yeah.
on in the NBA.
All right.
So Jim, just
That-
that's the cup, that in tournament.
yeah, that's
Yeah, that's
Yes.
the last.
Then
It's the last day.
Last night.
right, and
Yeah.
that thing would be the quarterfinal.
All right, so the last night. All right.
Yeah, of the cup. Yeah. If they
Did
lose,
anybody-
did you guys
anybody
see?
notice-
Did you guys see the OKC and the T-Wolves game the other night? That was a good game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Game.
I saw
Yeah,
some
I'm
of it. I
planning
didn't
to
see
watch
all
the
that.
Knicks Bucks tonight. The Knicks win. They top the C group. If they lose, Miami tops the C group, but the Knicks still got an outside shot at that open bid. So
Yeah.
it'd be kind of interesting.
Toronto Raptors, man.
That's what I
Hey,
was
what
ready
a
to say.
The Raptors will be playing that good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, they put
Man.
Brandon Ingram's in there. He changed
Ingram's
the whole team around.
balling out, man.
Yes, he
Ingram's
is.
balling out up there,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
something like 8 or 9 straight.
Hey, Ingram
Yeah.
good until he get hurt. Now, once he get hurt, it's gonna be.
Yeah, you know, that's the
Yeah,
thing
he
about
been
it.
hurt. They hoping he get hurt now.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing, man. Him and Scotty Barnes, man, together, man. They,
about 20 more games.
yeah, I was surprised. I was surprised to see the Raptors were playing that well, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was, yeah, but what's called, OKC winning all these games, 18-1, and J-Dub haven't played this year.
Yeah,
And that's
Hasn't played one game.
Can I ask a question?
He comes back tonight.
What's the
Yes, he
story
comes
on Steph Curry? I heard something about he got injured or bruised or badly
Yeah, he
bruised.
might be out for the season. They said no.
When he twisted his ankle that day?
No, he got a quad, something like that. A quad or something.
I think they said he's gonna be out maybe a week after they checked him. But
Oh, really?
look it up. I
What
think
game
that
did he
might
get
have
hurt?
been-
I was
that might have
watching
been
him.
fake news.
I was watching when they were playing Houston. He got hurt in the Houston game?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know he pulled a quad, but he twisted. It looked like he just twisted his ankle or something.
No,
Yeah,
he
this
got
is
To
run
be all
over
that
in the
serious, but I
process.
guess it was.
Yeah, this last
Yeah.
one was a quad.
Yeah, wow. Okay.
All right,
Well,
so
he's at that stage of life too. I mean, what are you going to do? He's been healthy for most of his career, except for
he's
what?
37.
Yeah, he always had an ankle problem. He always had the ankle problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
so,
Somebody was saying, how does guy stay hurt so much? All he do is shoot jumpers.
Hey,
so we went way
hey.
over tonight.
Bruce, he learned how to shoot
We
jumpers
gonna-
standing on the ground, though. You got to
Yeah,
give him
yeah.
credit.
All
That's
right,
a
fellas,
rare feat.
we went way over tonight, man. So we got to close this out. So I'm gonna ask Pastor Walk to close us out in prayer tonight.
Come on.
All right.
Amen. Amen. Father God, we just thank and praise you, God. First, God, we thank you, God, for all that you have done. We thank you for all that you have blessed us with. Thank you that you are a great God. Thank you for this opportunity to come together just to fellowship, God, just to fellowship and just to have fun and sports talk, God, just for have an opportunity, oh God, just to share with one another, God. We just thank and praise you, God, most of all for all that you have blessed us with this year, God. We thank and praise you, Father God, for your great love and compassion, God. We thank and praise you, God, for this platform to be able to come together and show that we can have fun as Christian brothers, God. Good, clean fun, God, and lifting up the name of Jesus. We pray that you get all the glory, all the honor, and all the praise, God. Continue to bless this platform. Continue to let it grow, grow, and grow. Bless the visionary, God, and bless every family that's represented here, God. Continue to touch and heal those that are in need of healing in the mighty name of Jesus. We just thank you, we praise you, and give you all glory and honor. In Jesus' name, amen.
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 Hey, Larry, I want to tell you, your brother-in-law kept us from jumping on you tonight. That's what happened.
Yeah, Larry was teeter-tottering.
Me and Bruce, we were gonna get you. Your brother-in-law kept us.
No. Larry was teeter-tottering. He texted me one line there, and I said, "Uh-oh, I ain't gonna jump on Larry tonight, man. He's having a little trouble here." But I got you, Larry. It's all good, man. It's been a good run. It'll be all right. They'll be back.
And what when he typed in there, they ain't paying me. I don't care. I knew he was.
That's the one. That's the one, Bruce. I said, "Uh-oh." I said, "Okay, you gonna take a line on Larry." He was like, "I don't get paid for it." My Thanksgiving was great. I said, "Uh-oh, oh yeah, he's at that breaking point now."
Yeah.